Yeah, so I went to buy some pizza for myself. Some other stuff. This thing in the green plastic bag. I'll give you an update for that later. So yeah, I bought a pizza for myself. But I was thinking, like, I wanted to share a little bit of my thoughts. I don't know, this just popped into my mind. This thing about progress and uncertainty. Because I was thinking that one of the biggest things that leads us to being inactive and not fulfilling the goals that we give ourselves has to do with uncertainty. Most of the time, well, other than laziness, of course, most of the time, for me, for example, I don't proceed with what I have to do because I am not sure. I'm not sure if what I'm doing is correct. I'm not sure if what I'm doing makes sense. It's correct. It's all right. It's that uncertainty which makes it difficult to move forward. And I was thinking that there's probably two things that trump uncertainty, and those are knowledge. But multiple types of knowledge. I'll get into that later. And confidence. Because most of the time, you will never get rid of that uncertainty unless you are confident enough to just go with it. Do however you feel. Like, if it's wrong, you'll learn from that. If it's good, you'll learn from that. So the uncertainty will slowly go away, like, with confidence. Now, talking about knowledge, of course, knowledge trumps uncertainty. I mean, they're basically opposites, right? If you're not sure about something, like if you investigate, if you make sure about stuff, and you do some research and stuff, well, you won't be uncertain anymore about it. But even with knowledge or with theoretical knowledge, unless you try it out, you will still be uncertain. Like, for example, like you read a recipe online on how to make a drink, a juice, a cocktail, or I don't know, like a dish, right? So you've been a cook? You've cooked before for yourself, for your family. You know how much the measurements are, and like if you're a very experienced chef, it won't be like a big deal for you, right? But let's say like you're just a regular, you just cook sometimes for yourself, for your family, whatever. You know the measurements, you're very familiar with the ingredients, but you will pause for a second and think, but I've never done this, right? So am I gonna do this correctly? So even though you know the theory, you know most of the things, there's still a level of uncertainty. And well, there's probably million more aspects for this, and more approaches and stuff. But I was thinking that confidence is what trumps uncertainty at the very end, because knowledge is not only theory, knowledge is also experience. And if you're uncertain about doing something, the only way that you're gonna go ahead and do it is confidence. Now, confidence in itself is like a little bit complex. Like, it's kind of just having the guts to do something, to proceed with something. But you know, it's a bit complex. Maybe I'll get to that in another video. Right now, my thoughts are not clear about confidence right now. But yeah, I was thinking about this because I was thinking about money. Like, I spent quite a bit of money on this, right? Usually this is not money I would spend, but like slowly, like in the end, like as months go by, through expenses like this that are not huge, but they're not small, I definitely lose my money. Like I lose a little bit of my control over my finances because I don't have that much of a budget, and I haven't even started budgeting because my amount of money and income is so low that like any small thing just destroys any kind of budget plan that I could have. So I was thinking that I spent quite a bit of money. So I'm thinking about the online job that I'm trying to pursue. I'm still waiting for my application to be reviewed and approved and all that. And I was thinking like, okay, it's interesting. Like most of the things, like in my application, when I apply, like most of those things, I wasn't sure. I was very uncertain about it. But like at the end of the day, I just had to do it, right? Like I don't know if I should call this confidence or what, but you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it. Unless you do it, you're not gonna see the result. Do it with good logic. And make sure that it makes sense. It's a big thing, but yeah, just do it, that kind of thing. Yeah.